The advantage of eating a diet food is it's supposed to help us lose weight. The concept of eating more of a food to lose weight seems counterintuitive, especially when we've had it drilled into our heads our whole lives we need to eat less to lose weight. How much food we eat does matter, but the more of the right types of foods we eat and the less of the wrong ones, the better. Coconut oil is credited with a lot of health benefits, including aiding in weight loss. It's been used for centuries in Southeast Asian countries, along with root vegetables, fruit, and fish, a style of eating very different from our typical Western diet, which is high in saturated fats. Coconut oil is also high in saturated fats, with 80% being this type of fat, considerably more than butter, which only has about 65%. We need saturated fats in our diet, but overconsuming these fats can lead to cardiovascular and heart disease. So where do these weight loss claims come from? It comes from the thought that coconut oil and MCT oil are the same thing, with companies often using MCT oil studies to support their claims. Coconut oil contains about 14% MCT oil, or medium-chain triglycerides, which is a type of saturated fat, but its makeup is very different. MCT oil is primarily caprylic and caprolic acid, where coconut oil is mainly lauric acid and has very little of the other acids. This causes it to act differently. I mentioned earlier 80% of coconut oil is fat. If only 14% is MCT oil, what's the rest? It's long-chain triglycerides, the type of saturated fat that causes heart disease. In addition to this, lauric acid acts more like a long-chain triglyceride than an MCT does when it comes to digestion and absorption. If you're a meat eater like myself, odds are you already are taking in a lot of saturated fat. Adding coconut oil to your diet will set you up for an increased risk of cardiovascular and heart disease. This is something we want to avoid. The American Heart Association recommends only having 5 to 6% of our daily calories being saturated fats. On the other hand, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, this may be a good way to include the required amount of saturated fats into your diet. Foods that contain added sugar are a great way to sabotage our fat loss plan. In the United States, people consume more added sugars from soft drinks and sugar-sweetened beverages than any other source. So if you want to lose body fat, it makes sense to switch to a no-calorie soft drink. Or does it? Let's take a closer look. Not all diet soft drinks contain 0 calories, but they all have 0 nutrition, unless the manufacturer added in some vitamins and minerals so they could market their product as a healthier option. The typical ingredients include carbonated water. Interestingly enough, the process of manufacturing carbonated mineral water was developed by a German watchmaker named Jacob Schweppes, of Schweppes ginger ale fame. Next is artificial sweeteners. This is where the controversy starts. When I looked at the studies on diet soft drinks, I found 2 groups. Observational studies that looked at overweight people, those who had diabetes or other health conditions, and found they tended to drink more diet drinks than those without these conditions. But does that mean diet soft drinks contributed to these conditions? Or does it mean that the people who have these conditions turn to diet soft drinks to try and control their calorie intake? The second group of studies I would call better. Some were clinical trials where they had people drink sweetened beverages to see how the body reacts to them. All the ones I could find, though, were funded by beverage companies, leading to a potential conflict of interest. In the end, what we find is that there's no evidence that diet drinks directly over the short term harm the body or cause weight gain. They do have studies not financed by soft drink companies that show how artificial sweeteners affect the way the brain's reward centers process the sweet taste of these sweeteners, comparing regular drinkers of diet drinks to those who are not. Regular users of non-calorie sweeteners receive less satisfaction from the sweet taste, and over time they hypothesized that this could increase the odds of choosing a more sugary snack in an attempt to satisfy the brain's reward center. So no-calorie drinks don't cause weight gain directly, but people who regularly drink them don't enjoy the taste of sweet foods as much as non-drinkers. For this reason, diet drinks should be enjoyed occasionally, but you should avoid them if you have a sweet tooth you're having trouble controlling. For more foods to avoid over 50, watch this video next and keep working out while having fun. This is Lawrence from Fit and 50. We'll talk to you again in the next one.